Hey everyone, in this video I am going to give you a little store tour, a couple store tours of a Canadian Walmart store and a Best Buy store. So the first one here is Walmart. This is just taking a look at the movie section here. And I was in Winnipeg, Manitoba, doing some things there, and I just decided to stop here and take a quick look at these stores because, I wanted to see if there was really any difference between Canadian big box stores and United States big box stores, and there were a few differences. For the most part, generally the same, but just wanted to kind of show you, just a little sampling of the movie selection that they have at a typical Canadian Walmart. This is in the southern part of Winnipeg, Manitoba. So here's kind of some Disney DVDs there, and some compilation DVDs from Warner Brothers and things like that. A lot of titles that look exactly the same as USA releases, but here's a Family Guy, Volume 11. You can see it has the French on it as well as the English, so that's one difference that you'll see on the Canadian release DVDs. They're pretty much identical, but many of them have the French and English on their artwork there because, of course, Canada's language is both French and English, although in that part of Canada I think they mostly spoke English. But anyways, here's I don't know if this is like a budget section or whatever this is, $5 movie section. That's something that I've never really seen in the American Walmarts, so a few differences here and there, and there's a few pricing differences here and there that I've seen as well, but generally it's about the same as far as stuff that they have for you to purchase, as well as the prices. It's not a lot different, just a little bit of differences here and there. Although I will say that I thought the selection in American Walmarts generally is maybe a little bit better, but it's kind of hard to tell. But they got Hobbit box sets and some other titles here. I don't know, there's nothing really that jumps out at me. We got Pacific Rim, just random titles, I guess. These are some TV series, season sets and box sets and things like that. Like I see the Married with Children box set there. It looks like the complete series. And then they have these Ren and Stimpy sets as well. Pretty much look exactly the same as the American releases, and they're $10 each. Not a bad price. Not a super great price, I guess, either, but definitely not bad. And this one, the box sets, at least in this store, seemed like they're in pretty good condition. And then they got the video games too, just like you would expect in any Walmart. They had one other kind of randomly placed section of movies back here with more Disney titles, mainly, DVDs and Blu-Rays, I guess, over here. And they did have a copy of Avatar, the complete series, on Blu-ray. I'll show you that in a second. But, basically this is kind of the kids section, I guess, or one of the many kids sections. There's Frozen for $30 on Blu-ray, so there are price differences. Generally, if anything, a little bit more expensive in Canada compared to the US, but some of the prices weren't terrible. But here's the Avatar set, and it's got both the French and the English, but otherwise it's pretty much identical to the American set from what I can tell. But $46.96, that is quite expensive. In the USA at Walmart, I think it was $39.99. So there's another end cap. And that was basically it for the main entertainment section, where the main selection of movies were, but you can see that they do got the dump bins just like they have in the USA. $5 dump bin of DVDs. The USA, I think, has $3.74 dump bins, but they have $5 dump bins too, so I don't know. So just taking a quick look at a few of the titles that are kind of on top here. And it's just, randomly assorted stuff just like you'd see in the USA. So not a whole lot to say there. But the one interesting thing I did see about the Canadian Walmart is a lot of the prices are in red color there. I guess, the Canadian, flag is red and all that. So that was one little difference I noticed about just shopping in the stores. A lot of the prices were in red. You don't see that in the United States, really. This newest Big Hero 6 title for $9.96, same price in the USA, I think. So some of them are priced about the same, and some of them are a bit more expensive. But just another end cap here. And that's about all there was to show you guys in a Canadian Walmart. at least for the movie section. This next part here, we're going to go take a look at a Best Buy store, and here we go. So this is outside a Best Buy store here in the southern part of Winnipeg. And so we're just going to walk in and do kind of a store tour of this one, not just looking at the movies, but kind of just a quick store tour because, well, you know, the entire store is kind of entertainment related, so we'll just take a quick walk through the entire store. But right when you walk in, they do got a new release section. Looks a little bit different style, I guess, than the USA, but you know, generally this Best Buy looks pretty similar as far as stuff they sell and the overall style as a USA store. I think it was a little bit smaller, though. It felt like it was a little bit smaller to me, perhaps, than some of the stores I've been to in the USA, but you know, generally about the same. And the signs kind of have a little bit of a different look to them, but you know, they offer all the same stuff. Here's the TV stuff, lots of TVs there in the back, and yeah, that's about all there is to say. And now we're coming up to the movie area here. So they do got a kind of an aisle rack here with a lot of Blu-rays on it. So there they are, as well as some of the prices and that kind of stuff. And there again, you can see that they got the English and the French on a lot of the artwork. But generally same offerings as the United States, just a little bit of a different selection here and there. Here's A Land Before Time for $7.99. That's not a bad price for the Blu-ray there with the slipcover. And they got a $4.99 dump bin with a few titles, similar stuff that I've seen in the United States. They got this Balto 2-pack. It's got the French and English on it, but otherwise it's identical, of course. Charlotte's Web. Nothing else really too exciting there. There's more TVs, and then we got some more stuff over here, more movies to look at. So these aren't really new releases, just kind of some randomly assorted stuff. Really not a lot of organization here. They got like DuckTales and Disney stuff mismatched with like The Simpsons and other random things kind of in that, at least in that section. Here we got 4K end cap for about $20 per title. Not terrible, not great, whatever, you know, is what it is. Movies A to Z, just like they do in the States, I'm pretty sure, and they got Blu-rays, 4Ks, kind of all jumbled together there. This is a 4K section. Some of them for like $34.99. That's a little bit expensive, but here's some more Blu-rays. And now we'll move on to another end cap where they got a lot of Jurassic Park. And you'll see this camera moving around a little bit, trying to avoid like employees and that kind of thing, or people seeing that I'm filming, trying to avoid that. But here we got the Disney section, and the Disney titles actually to me looked exactly identical to the American releases. They didn't have any of the French on them. They just all had like a sticker that kind of said like the French version is like included, I guess. You can see that right there, that little sticker, once the camera focuses. Yeah, so it says that it includes the French, but the disc, you know, otherwise it looked exactly identical to a North American or a United States release, from what I could tell. But more titles over here. They actually sold a few little music things like guitars and things in this store. Another end cap here with some random titles, and they got virus protection. That's boring. Then we got this anime section, kind of similar to USA, a little bit smaller perhaps, but you know, they got these new G-Kids releases of the you know, Ponyo and all those kinds of things. And another aisle selection of DVDs. Got some PS4 over there. And here's one interesting title that down on the bottom here, they got this Trailer Park Boys release, which I've never seen in the United States. They have a similar one at Walmart that I picked up, which has like the first 9 seasons. This one has 7 seasons, 2 movies, and like some TV specials. Pretty cool release. And I think this must be the Canadian version of it or something. And of course, the Trailer Park Boys is a Canadian show, so you know, you can imagine why they kind of have their own special version of it, I suppose. So that was pretty cool. $39.99, not a bad price on that one at all. But I did have the version that I picked up in the US, so I didn't feel I need to pick that one up. But, you know, another little end cap of Blu-rays. They got the Xbox games over there and PS4, that kind of thing. You know, Nintendo Switch. Everything else is pretty, you know, not unexpected for a Best Buy store and things that you would see inside of one. And so now we're just kind of making our way towards the exit here, just taking a last quick look at the things. They got the appliances, washers, dryers, stoves, whatever else they sell there. That looks like a rack of, or a, you know, a bunch of air conditioners. And then here is a look at the exit, and you can see that the checkouts look a little bit different than American stores. They don't have the you know, the big Best Buy logo or anything for the numbers, but otherwise that's about all there is to show. Just walking out of the Best Buy store, and that's about all there is to say. Just wanted to show you guys who might be curious a quick look at Canadian Walmart and Best Buy and how their movie selections kind of compare to at least what I've seen in the USA. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick little video here, and we'll see you in the next video.